Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Challenger League Season 10, the final Playday where it all culminates, and that's where all the tallies end up running up to. My name is the Russian Cthulhu. Today I am joined by Tech, as we will
Hello,
be
everybody.
discussing some details before we'll get into the matchup. How you doing, man?
Hmm. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Yeah,
Do
doing well.
we?
Quite,
Yeah,
quite excited. Quite excited. We have quite some juicy stats to go into, but
that's
let's
true.
quickly take a look in at the teams that we have
Hmm.
today playing.
So we've got Team Cryptic and Team Rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for Cryptic today, we will be seeing pretty much the full core roster playing: JCZ, Serum,
Hmm.
Striking, Jam, and Hotshot. I believe same goes for Rhythm, and boy oh boy, these two teams have been well, mainly Rhythm so far has been popping off quite well and quite surprisingly efficiently.
Hmm.
Any thoughts on that? On the current standings as well, Tech?
Both teams, again, Rhythm, as you said, has been performing really well in the current stand-up. Team Cryptic, people do expect them to take this, I guess, but again, you can't really, just can't rule the other team out. Rhythm has been great during this competition, and they can, pull one out against Team Cryptic. They could have something up their sleeve.
Yeah, Cryptic had a, in general, had a somewhat of a stable performance, but a fair few losses here and there, a few draws resulted in just, unfortunately, them currently sitting on the third spot with 16 points, whereas Rhythm is currently on a flawless streak. They didn't lose a single match, and sitting on 7-1-0 win, draw, and loss ratio. So right now, the main storyline is if Cryptic won that Pro League spot, they need to win both of those maps, and they need to win them very, very convincingly because the moment they will win those two maps, if they win two maps,
Yeah.
they also the factor of the score difference will be coming in effect, in which Cryptic pretty much needs to, at least with one of the maps, do, I
Hmm.
believe, at least one of them needs to be a 7-1, 7-2 at the maximum.
Hmm.
So it's definitely one of those moments when Rhythm, well, sorry, where Cryptic will need to perform as heavily as much as possible,
Hmm.
and then on the side of Rhythm, they just need to keep playing their game. They've been
Yeah. They've
pretty
been
performing
smashing.
pretty stable. Yeah,
Yeah. If they win one round, sorry, not one round, one map, they're going ahead.
yeah,
Then yeah, that doesn't matter.
yeah. But for now, we do have the vetoes ready to
Hmm.
go,
Yes.
I believe. So we had, um, I believe. Hang on, let me just pull up a couple of the pages. Um, so the vetoes went pretty interestingly to me with a fair few maps being banned. I believe that is the coastline.
Hmm.
Consulate has been banned out as well. So we all ended up pretty much resulting in the fact that Bank is the one to be pretty much picked for our first matchup.
Yeah. It's true.
Um, yeah, so interesting thing here for the Bank turn of events. Rhythm has been actually seeing quite a impressive performance on Bank comparative
Hmm.
to what Cryptics showed us because in the fair few matches, including matchups against Homeless,
Hmm.
Rhythm performed quite convincingly. I believe it was somewhere across the lines of 7-3 or something, or 7-4, whereas Cryptic ended up only getting a draw against
Hmm.
higher end teams, whereas against the lower end teams in Challenger League, they pretty much had minimal minimal issues. So um, to me, statistically wise, I would say that Rhythm will be going into this one with a bit of an advantage, but who knows? Maybe Cryptic were preparing for this matchup. Maybe they were smashing it all out, doing all the scrims, and the analysts have been hard at work as well.
Yeah. Well, they both had a shot at choosing the map they wanted to go for. So I'm pretty sure both these teams should be comfortable going for Bank, seeing as how the veto has turned out.
Yeah. And looking back as well um, at the performance during the Let's Play Live Challenger League, albeit that it was somewhat of a lower end, had some of the lower end maps. Sorry, teams. The performance on Bank for Cryptic was not one of the brightest ones. I believe it was about just 40%. So it's definitely. I'm curious to see how will they perform on this one.
Yeah, definitely. This is well the final match for uh, all of the Challenger League, and I hope these two teams put up a great show for us.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Um, I want before we go into this matchup, I want to kind of
Mhm.
take your prediction for this one. What do you reckon will be the first map? What will be the end score in your opinion?
End score for the first map.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say which team because honestly I don't have an opinion on which team might win,
Yeah.
but I feel the first map's gonna go like it'll go up to overtime, and then
Mm-hmm.
after that it should be this a smooth sail for the team that's gonna win. I don't want to put my prediction forward, but
Very well.
yeah, that's kind of how I'm hoping. I think it would go.
Mm. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we will be just about heading into the game in just a few seconds. Bank
Hmm.
being the first one. I believe
What?
Rhythm are actually going to
Hmm.
be on attack,
Yeah.
and Cryptic to defend. Any thoughts on which side we might be seeing to be picked first?
Um, not sure. I can't say, to be very honest. What do you think? What do you think about it?
I reckon we might be seeing something across the lines of probably either CCTV
Hmm.
and lockers
Yeah.
if Cryptic are gonna go very much how should I say it, pretty much full on meta.
Yeah.
Um,
That's.
if if not, then we will be seeing something across the lines of maybe even open area. Heck,
Hmm.
we saw a fair few of those very odd picks on a few matchups, so maybe this is the place where Cryptic will need to bust out all the serious strats.
Yes, that's true. But with that, we're moving on to the operator ban phase. And Cryptic's gonna be coming out with the first ban. Any guesses? 3 seconds. You've got 3 seconds.
3 seconds
Yeah.
indeed.
Capita is gonna be the one going out first. What do you think about that?
Well, Capita has been somewhat more and more of a prevalent ban as of recently, so
Hmm.
um, his current loadout is definitely very much of a potent one, and it definitely allows quite a few very ballsy plays to come out as well. Interestingly enough, the Hibana one to be banned out will be ensuring that only a choice few
Hmm.
holes will be opened up by Thermite and Maverick, especially on a downstairs hold.
It's true. And with that, well, Mira goes out. Uh, seems like these, well, of course they have to, and it's a very well thought out operator pick as well right here with the bans. And with Mira and Maestro, you're denying a lot of information that they're just intel gathering operators, and while Maestro can do some of that plant denial as well. And well, even Mira can be a very effective entry denial operator,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, with them gone and on attack, well, like you said, Hibana, Capita is really effective with his pushes, with helping with the pushes out. And Hibana, well, that is a hard breacher gone out of play. And with
Yeah.
that, we're also seeing a pick of Maverick and Thermite, both of them together.
Yeah, so Maverick and Thermite for, interestingly enough, the first site to be Executive Lounge and CEO office. Rhythm potentially was expecting a choice of the downstairs
Hmm.
site comparative to the upstairs, as usually the CEO office and meeting is considered to be more of a secondary or even tertiary site. So
Hmm.
this could potentially throw a curveball into Rhythm's play, but
Yeah,
at the
that's
same
true.
time, all of these operators are still quite universal and still can be played out
Yeah,
very well.
easily.
Yeah.
Well, you've got Buck, you've got him for the vertical lines of sights.
Yeah.
You've got your Thermite. He can open up the side from behind from the skylight in the north side, and Well, honestly, I'd like to say because there was no Hibana in play, a basement play they would have been pretty comfortable playing basement because well, it would have the hatches would have been way more difficult to open up.
Yeah, most definitely. Interestingly enough, there is one of the wall patches that is currently open by Cryptic, so potentially maybe some aggressive anchor holding on side, maybe some long angles for the Kaid or maybe even the Rook.
Mhm.
But meanwhile, though, the downstairs hold is already in effect for, well, at least partially in effect of Rhythm, and quite quickly they're already proceeding to drone up everything around the ground floor as well, at least the effective area where they're planning to play out. Well, with that in mind, though, Unit is being quite cautious about the fact
Ooh.
that there is somebody playing. Nice shot by Worthy off screen will be taking out Jam, and
And he's
nice.
not aware of the Valkyrie's position.
Yeah.
That's a fair trade. Turns out to a 4v4 Rook and Buck both how to play there. Well, Buck would have been Buck would have been pretty impactful from below with those vertical lines of sights. But well, good judgment on from the defense there, knowing that well, of course they would have known there's going to be someone down there, and a good call for the Valkyrie to go ahead and get that trade out that quickly into the round.
Yeah, it was somewhat odd considering that Wingman had the drone pretty much going through the well, from what I saw at least. I believe it was going through the
Mhm.
teller's office, so surely Valkyrie would have been spotted. But nonetheless, Striking still had the element of surprise, and yeah, like you said, well done by him. Um, but on the case of the current map coverage, ooh, Striking once again just playing out, but this time will be caught out by Thumbnail. So nice job by the Thatcher player. Leaving only 3 players on site.
That's never good. Just 3 players. Well, they've got the smoke. He can try to get a little more entry denial on for the defense there. Jaeger's not in the best of his shape, and ooh, look at that.
Wait, Serum is still alive and he is planning to hold up a very odd angle. We'll be going in for the peak and we'll be finally pressured by Worthy. So now with only a single player left, that is Hotshot on Cryptic's side, things are not going to look out all well. Does manage to find the head of Wayne Man, but as it stands, 27 seconds, he still needs to find a few shots and not get tagged by literally anything. Even a slight blow of wind will pretty much take him out. And there it is. Worthy to finish him off and Rhythm to take the first round.
What a round for Worthy there.
Oh yeah,
He was popping off.
yeah, where they did some very good work on a fair few plays, and albeit that he probably should have died on the while droning in stock,
Oh
but
yeah, he should have.
nonetheless,
That was a
he was
free kill for him.
yeah.
Well, that was a free kill for Kaid, but he just walked away.
Yeah, he managed to walk away from death, said not today, and pretty much proceeded to keep on demolishing the um, Team Cryptic. So, all in all, good start, very coordinated, and they actually I have to make a point that they did manage to open up the wall into CEO pretty quickly and with
Yeah,
pretty much minimal ease. Sorry,
yeah, there
minimal
was
issues.
not a lot of pressure from the defense there while they pushed up the stairwell. That is the meta attack for this side as well. Just opening those walls up, pressurizing from the eastern side. Uh, they had the Kai, but they just didn't put a lot of pressure from that side. And I understand, like it is hard because it's not very easy to flank. There are quite a few places you can go from, but again, if you don't have complete intel as to where the attackers are positioned, you just don't want to walk out of a door and get your head popped off from somebody just watching a doorway above the skylight.
Yeah, so Striking will be returning back to his position of playing downstairs in the archives, and I'm curious whether Rhythm will make an actual effort to drone him out this time, as opposing to how it was done within the previous round. But as it stands, slight change up in the roster of the defense, bringing in a Doc rather than a Rook to allow maybe some extra healing, and the rest of the roster will pretty much keep staying around the site. Kaid to play out a little bit more cautious about how he will use his Electroclaw. Hopefully this time we'll be able to actually time it well.
It's all about that timing. And again, what do you think of the position he's sitting in? He's destroyed the whole cabinet. So again, if it does get opened up, he's gonna have to move away from that very quickly. He has no cover whatsoever around him. He's gonna have to move into the
Well,
room, the hallway right behind him.
yeah, well, the whole reasoning behind his position is essentially to have the ease of positioning to throw his Electroclaw. Otherwise,
Yes.
the moment that danger comes around and the wall is actually opened up, then he can default back to the half wall. But that grenade, pretty much,
That
even an
really,
impact from
yeah.
a flashbang will pretty much end the kite.
And he goes for the peak. He had no option. The wall was getting opened up. Gets taken out by the sledge on the window. That sledge really pinned the kite down, and I don't think what else could he have done?
Not
And
really much. The timing was unfortunately not on
yeah,
his on the kite's side as well. But alas, yeah, the wall will be second wall will be also opened up.
Thermite closely dodging that C4 from the Valk from below. She's gonna have to reposition as her position's been given away as well. The wall again, as you said, just got opened up. The defense. Oh, the plant is coming out,
Yeah, but
and
this
that's gonna be
time,
denied. Yeah.
yeah, this time it will be denied. So Hotshot's position now has been revealed, but he's still in a very strong position with the reinforced wall, as well as that JC to trade out with Thumbnail. Definitely going to be enforcing some extra position for the anchor players.
And now I don't understand why Worthy isn't attacking from the stock side. It worked out so well for them last round, but he's just trying to go up, go in straight through the thermite hole.
Yeah, maybe it's either the miscommunication, maybe they didn't just have any preemptive drones in there, but who knows? At this point, with 30 seconds left to go, their chances really dwindling here bit by bit, so they need to start making those plays very, very
Now
soon.
we see Maverick moving in. He should have been spotted out by the smoke, but I'm not sure if Hotshot is aware. The plan goes on again, and it is going to be denied out.
How is that allowed?
I am not sure how that is allowed, but well, Vainman comes on in, smoke, unsuspicious, gets taken out. Sledge is going to try to move in and go for the plant, gets injured out. Well, 1v2, 2 seconds, what can you do other than losing the round right there? And defenders are going to take the second round.
That was such a stark difference between how the first round of attack got executed and how the attack did on the second round, because that was just day and night difference. There was minimal amount of it felt like there was a minimal amount of communication within Rhythm as to where they're gonna push, how they're gonna push, and when's the timing. Because for the two times in a row, nobody watched that very hole that Hotshot made in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
janitors, and they knew from the first round that Hotshot is going to play there. He is smoke, so you need to bring the buck to nade him out, or at the very least to try to extinguish all those ADSs before trying to nade him out.
Yep.
And
And honestly,
yeah,
not just that, if they would have moved in from stock, there wasn't enough play around the hallways to protect somebody pushing into the hallway, like protect the smoke from a hallway push. There was nobody
exactly.
really watching the hallways, and that's the exact same play they did the first round. The defense changed nothing. It was just the attack that, I don't know, it wasn't just as well executed as it was in the first round.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to agree with you on this one, Tech. As yeah, I'm assuming that there wasn't just enough information about how
Yeah.
the hallway was played, really, because minimal presence there, and defenders already knew that. Hey, they probably gonna. Well, we're probably just gonna play from the side and just hold the long angles. That's exactly what they've done, really. And minus Hotshot.
Yeah,
Hotshot
the
just
smoke behind the janitor. If the
yeah.
smoke would have been taken out, that round would have
Yeah,
gone to the attack. Let's just say that.
yeah, if smoke would have been taken out by Buck from below,
Yeah.
with a grenade from below, with a grenade just bouncing off the doorway, that's it. That would have been Rhythm's round number 2 instantly. But nonetheless, it's only the beginning of the map number 1, so maybe we'll be seeing some corrections by
Yeah, it
Rhythm.
has been very close up until this point as well.
Yeah.
It's just 2 rounds, 1-1. Can't complain. Sledge moving in to the top floor. He's at the skylight stairwell. He's looking at an angle for somebody trying to come up the blue stairs, but Warden's really just sitting down there, chilling out with his shield.
Yeah, so for now, it's pretty much just a matter of unit just continuously holding an angle, making sure that nobody goes extra aggressive from those service stairs, and the EMP from thumbnail should pretty much get rid of the ADSs, which would allow the grenade to come through. There's the grenade, but no.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that was a Mr. ADS.
interesting.
But
Yeah,
Warden
that.
should read that play now. He should move back, and that's gonna hurt him a bit. But he
Uh-oh.
still has that shotgun to push up from. Those other two nades off Sledge gone out, and well, Warden's just sitting tight with the shotgun, waiting for the push. And I'm not. I'm pretty sure none of now the attack wouldn't want to challenge this.
Yeah, and Warden right now, like a whole lot of people were discrediting Warden as to how he's going to be viable, but for this hold, he's perfect. He doesn't
Yeah,
need the ADSs to actually deny the smoke grenades or flashbangs. The only thing that he needs to be really wary of is frag grenades.
and those are out of play.
Yeah,
The
nice
first frag
play.
does come out, and that's going to be traded out by Warden. There's a drop.
Ooh.
He's read that. And the second frag, oh, that Warden hold was amazingly executed. With that, we're going to be left with 1 minute and a 3v3.
Interestingly enough, with Thatcher now being out of the game, only Worthy will be the one to be able to actually spot the yokai drone and to deny it, whereas Leb right now needs to just go and stick that play, really, as Echo's just continuously tapping away on his health. There's the C4 to continuously start damaging, and that should deny some time, but can Cryptic actually time it well enough?
It's going to be a hot plan there. They've got Echo and Smoke with 2 more canisters left. And they've basically got no counter to it as of yet, other than just pushing it to the side and getting the frags.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, the Echo drone got taken out by IQ from below, so that should allow him to keep tapping. But oh, nice angle as well. Serum, oh my goodness, goes in, just gets the triple kill at the end, and that is it for Rhythm's push.
Pretty good. I'd say, oh, really well. Well, it was all Warden. Let's just say it was all Warden. Those 2 kills were really impactful, and he played that. He executed that very well, and he got really lucky by the fact that his shield did not get taken out by the grenade.
Yeah, yeah, it was very lucky the fact that grenade the impact didn't really get rid of the shield, and that was pretty much the downfall of honestly of both Sledge and Thatcher, unfortunately for Rhythm's play. But yeah, I definitely have to say that this was a very well executed hold. Probably even much better execution comparative to even like say the CEO in round number 1. But nonetheless, Teller's office and archives though for the next defense. Any thoughts so far?
Well, you just gotta, as defense, you really need to hold the top floor. If the attack, you need to damage them, you need to delay their time, you need to make sure that they're droning you while they're trying to move in. Because if they have top floor control, they have too much sight in, like, you can just destroy the whole floor. And they've got the Sledge, they've got the Jackal, and it's not going to be a task for them to open up the floor once they've got into the CEO office.
Yeah. Looking overall at the reinforcements, it seems that Cryptic will be having a pretty strong anchor plan, as well as maybe some close by offside plays. Striking with the potential run up, maybe just for the camera.
Probably just for the camera. I wouldn't expect a run out to work at this level of play.
Well, he's going for it. He's gonna go for the peak and damaging, but surely will be sure to pause over some push. That was
It was a pretty close
if a
call.
couple shots if a couple of shots did connect, then that could have been a bit more beneficial. But nonetheless, some time did get wasted, so should be pretty good.
And well, now they're aware. Of course, they were before, but now they really need to, clear out the top floor before moving in. But it doesn't really seem like there's any push, any pressure from the defense on the top floor. Sledge is just gonna waltz on in.
Yeah. Yeah, Sledge's presence right now from above should be very beneficial for Rhythm's push, as that will be splitting the attention of the defenders pretty nicely.
And again, I think that C4 Worthy gets taken out. That's the IQ down for the count. And well, you just gotta be wary. And pretty ironic IQ getting taken out by that C4. We're also seeing a heavy open area defense.
Yeah.
Presence. both Valkyrie and Jaeger holding it out. Shots coming at the Valk. She's gonna lose a little bit of HP before rotating onto the bottom floor.
And a good shot right now by Unit as well from above. We'll be getting rid of Legion. So no more Legion mines should allow Thumbnail to go in for the entry into the side.
Jackal as well has moved in to the well, they're pushing in from tellers. That wall's gonna get opened up. That's gonna put a lot of pressure onto the defense. The attack well does have the man disadvantage right now, and I believe even because they have the open area and the hallway control, the defense still has that control. They can really put a lot of pressure from those holes in the bottom, but Jackal's getting the trade off from top as he moves down. Thermite's trying to get on in. They have covered the holes out now, so Thermite could potentially go in for the plant.
Yeah, they need to have that continuous control of the elevator hallway, and that's where Jam would actually be going coming into work as well. Nice triple K at the end as well. My goodness. Jam.
And that triple K shouldn't have happened at all. Like after the first kill, that should have been an immediate trade out by the Zofia. But well, Jaeger was waiting. Like Jaeger's timing was perfect there.
Yeah, I mean, just good overall flank. I don't think it's just the fact that the Rhythm were really expecting that flank. It was mainly just the sheer amount that it was trigger discipline by Jam, just making sure that he doesn't fire a shot or make any extra sound while he's on that flank. And as well as that, he didn't have any permanent presence on the main stairs before. So Jackal wasn't able to track him as well for that matter, and really pretty much it all fell right into the play of Jam. So all in all, so far, looking pretty good on the defense for Cryptic, but we're only on the fifth round, so wouldn't really call it just yet.
Well, again, it's going to be the top floor defense. Seems like Cryptic is going for a pretty similar defense strat.
Yeah, honestly, I will be quite surprised if Rhythm would end up falling into the same trap that Cryptic made, because this is pretty much for at least the CEO. This is exactly the same setup that Cryptic did for the past two rounds. Yeah.
And again, from what the way Cryptic lost in the first round, if the attack just sticks to communicating well, and try to recreate what they did in the first round, this round should go in their favor. They know how Cryptic is going to play.
Yeah, at this point they should know the positioning. They should know how Cryptic is going to play. They should know that there is going to be a smoke in the janitor. And at this point, the only question that Rhythm will be asking themselves is, are they actually going to stick to the very same positioning?
This time we see a very interesting crater pick. They've picked up a mountain. I think that should be for the hallway push.
Yeah, Montaigne, as well as bringing out the Zafia, should ensure that there's going to be a plentiful amount of the soft breach, as well as just the entry, well, breach denial, just soft breaching in general, made on the ground floor as well. So, curious how will this work out.
That's just trying to clear out the first floor. They have forced Valkyrie to move around, but Valkyrie is also successfully wasting the time of the attack there. Oh, the timing on Buck, just looking away to the wall. He was holding the exact angle he needed to right there, but well, Valk is going to come out on top of that encounter.
Yeah, I mean, having that, again, element of surprise is pretty much working out for striking pretty well on his Valkyrie plays, but as it stands right now, JC just got pressured pretty nicely, and Leb, with the help of Monty, did allow himself to get a very nice kill. So right now they have the reception desk all pretty much prepped up. Finally, Worthy will be finding the body of Striking and taking him down, so this time no more disruption from below.
That was pretty careless on Valk's part. She didn't check around for anybody holding, like she knew her position's given away, but she just assumed there'd be nobody watching her. You can't just go out, throw C4, come back every time.
Definitely.
And It's
There it
gonna
is.
force her to lose it out. Smoke gets taken out. IQ on the window as we see a trade coming out from the dock. He's moving ahead on the hallway, trying to flank them out. Kai landing a few shots onto the Montaigne here.
Yeah, with Montan being tagged up a little bit, only a single more shot will be taking down the shield operator. But the Jam and Serum are currently on full health and just need to delay the time a little bit more. Nice shot will be denying IQ of her life, and now it is all up to the Montan player as well as the Thermite. That's pretty much all now, all up to Leb.
What a hold! What a hold from these two.
Yeah, fantastic hold so far.
They anchored the hell out of this objective. Again, Bleb in a 1v2 situation. 15 seconds left. Tries to move in. Kai is going to miss a few shots. Turns it out. Finishes him off. Cryptic taking round 5. What did you think of this? This was...
This was a very similar setup, but the way how they positioned close to the end of the round was completely different. And I think that's what Rhythm initially were banking on. They knew the general play is that they're going to have one roamer downstairs, a couple players kind of offsite near the meeting room, and then the rest holding around. But I don't think that they've really banked out on the fact that it will be that well coordinated, because on a few plays, especially with Montan, Rhythm didn't really seem too convincing. And right now, if Cryptic will pull out yet another win on the CCTV, Rhythm is going to have a big problem.
A three round lead. It's going to be a bit hard to come back from.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hard one, but considering that Bank is more or less defend decided on a few plays, it's definitely possible. And looking at the overall setup, only one player from Cryptic that is currently actually sitting on a single kill, whereas the rest are sitting quite stably on 5 and 6 kills. So overall, not a bad performance at all.
Again, well, the locker in CCTV room defense, we're looking at a pretty similar operator pick for the defense here. Attacks should expect the one play again, and I hope they're able to counter it. They have brought the Sophia and the Dokebe out. Again, Zofia with her concussions could really hinder that hold for Warden. And I think he's got 2 ADSs. One on the bottom of the stairs, one on the top. I think the bottom one is what helped him out the previous round, with the EMP's range just not being enough, wide enough to get it.
Well, for EMP to get both of those ADSs, it just needs to be thrown slightly more to the left of the staircase. But yeah, you are very much correct. Yeah, 2 ADSs, one position at the top, one position at the bottom to bait out the initial EMP. Still allowed Warden to play very aggressively, and I'll be assuming that this will be a similar case here. Windman not wasting any time to pop open a hatch, will be making sure that a minimal amount of fuel will be wasted.
That's how important intel is. He knew the room's clear. He knew he can just run in, rely on his team's calls, and just start opening that hatch up.
Yeah, he should also grant himself a few very nice angles as well, and in case Cryptic will try to go for a few rotations, that should make sure that that won't happen, really.
There we go. That's going to give them... That's a very important hash to have open. Again, that's going to be a team kill, and that's going to be another one. What are you doing? And Leb walks into that shotgun.
No.
If I've seen a throw in my life.
Oh. How to throw like Rhythm, a double team kill and on an unfortunate push, resulting in a loss of 3 men essentially, and 2 of them at the hands of the two of the teammates. That is a feels bad.
Well, you have a warden. You have a warden there. You're winning the round. That's it. But again, it's a 2v4. 1 minute left. It's gonna be a pretty hard round to get.
Yeah, well, with Zofia going down as well, there's the peak as well. Maverick will actually be able to take out the Jaeger, so it's still a 2v3, but Worthy is so low.
Worthy's really low.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but they're getting those frags. turning it down to a 1v2. Maverick, the only one remaining, tries to push on in. He's cornered out in the CCTV room, doesn't have a lot of health, smokes one, inhales a little bit of those pieces from the canister. He's gonna be taken out.
No,
Tries
no.
to go in for the plant.
I mean, it was a somewhat of a closer round.
It was.
Did get a little bit cocky about some of the plays and ended up wasting a couple of operators. But at the end, yeah, I mean, first half being 5-1, that is quite promising, honestly.
Yeah, that is. But oh, the warden, man, what was that?
I'm not too sure. Maybe it's just the sheer pressure of the very strong mustache of Warden that just pretty much scared off Rhythm. I mean, you never know here. This is welcome to Challenger League Season 10, where some of the operators just flat out scare you.
Well, again, for that defense, the warden really worked out for them. That's just it.
That's just it, yeah. The mental pressure and all the weaponry is just all there.
They had 3 operators trying to take that one guy out, and all 3 of them walked into a death trap. What else? What else is there to say?
I'm curious how will Rhythm approach the defense, because right now they're only 1 round away from match point. AKA they're only 1 round away from pretty much
being 1 round away from losing.
From a draw. No. Only 1 round from drawing themselves out. Only 2 rounds away from losing those 3 points and potentially risking being knocked out of that top 2 bracket. Which, actually, for those who just tuned in, here's a reminder. Right now, Cryptic, if they win 2 maps, they
go to Pro League.
They're pretty sure they get themselves the Pro League spot. So this could be spicy if Cryptic all of a sudden, with their stat for bank being not that promising, all of a sudden pull out a 2-0 on the final play day.
That's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah. Nonetheless, so a little bit more wider setup by Rhythm on their downstairs hold. Not that much of a presence upstairs. And I don't think even Jaeger is actually playing quite chill at the bottom of the server stairs, so not as aggressive, at least just yet. Whereas on the side of Cryptic, I mean, just about the same roster, really. 2 hard breaches, 1 technically full-on soft breacher, and I believe IQ might have the breaching charges as well. So all in all, quite balanced out dynamic here. But the main question right now is how efficiently can they clear out that server stair?
That Jaeger's playing the blue stairs. He's going to be spotted out while Sledge tries to push on in. That drone is going to force Jaeger out. Grenade's not getting anyone, but Sledge can hold that angle safely as the Thermite opens that hatch up. The server is really pressurized by the attack, and well, this is what Cryptic had, that is the staircase Cryptic had in defense, and that is now the staircase they have in the attack.
I think Cryptic even only used up only a single grenade, but didn't get the kill, but nonetheless still managed to gain the control of the stairs pretty efficiently, nonetheless.
Oh, well, Pulse, again, that's a very standard spot for a Pulse. In the gold wall, getting all the intel for his team. Later on, he can come in with the C4 to deny the plant. They've got the Valk as well, so they do have those 2 C4s. They've got the Echo for the plant denial, and they've got the smoke, so they're going to be very heavy on denying, just not letting them come in and plant.
Essentially, right now, Cryptic needs to start going for those plants right now. There's the first C4, and will be taking out Serum, so a good start. But now Jam to potentially go in again. Needs to start making those plays.
It's going to be really hard, though, but there's just 45 seconds left. They should have seen this coming. There's no push from the other side of the map for the attack as of yet, and well, I guess there's no time to. They can just comfortably keep denying that plant. Pulse is just going to keep giving that intel away. They've got the Echo drone as well, so I'm not sure. Has the Echo drone been taken out?
This is a bit of a peculiar situation right now, because they might have a very, a very, very hard time right now, as Jam is now very low on health. 14 seconds, they need to start going for the plant on the A side. They need to stick it, and unfortunately, just like that, IQ will be going down to the plays. Jam needs to... Yeah, Jam needs to go and stick the plant, and the body blocking might need to even come out as well. There's the plant fully happening, so it's down. Now
with the final second, they've turned the round around. Echo only one remaining inside the loading docks. He's going to be in a 1v2 situation. Doesn't have a lot of health to get this done. There is kind of a crossfire against him. One to the right, one to the left. He's given his position away, tries to move on, and does know there's that.
Wait, what?
I'm not sure what happened there.
Hotshot just peeked away and just, oh wow, didn't die to the initial burst of the bearing 9. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But just like that, Cryptic actually guaranteeing themselves now at least a draw,
Hmm.
which and making them only 1 point away from claiming 3 points. Boy, oh boy.
Which takes us to a rehost.
Yeah, so we'll be having a quick rehost just to make sure that we good to go. Unfortunately, one of the players net did end up having a mishap and just decided to fall on a banana peel. But that gives us time to actually look back at how pretty much things unveiled throughout the map number 1.
Hmm.
Any kind of initial thoughts, Tech?
Uh, well, I'd say the score has been pretty one-sided. It is a 6-1 for now.
Yeah.
Good, Cryptic leading, but the rounds have been weird, man. Like it's just a lot of miscommunication. To be very honest,
Hmm.
a lot of it. But uh, I don't know. It seemed like Rhythm had it together, but then again, like it's just been a very weird match. I don't know what to say. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm certainly on a similar case because
Hmm.
I full on went into this matchup thinking, well,
Hmm.
Bank has been picked.
Yeah.
Cryptic had a bit of a misplay and heck around with how things went down previously on Bank for them. And to see how all of a sudden they just bust out some of the nutty plays a few times, rhythm thrown those rounds, and overall, it's seeming that they just maybe it's a meme, I know, but maybe saving strats
Hmm.
leading up to this map because this is definitely Cryptic at their stronger play, but it is also Rhythm at not their brightest time as well.
True.
So yeah, I mean 6-1 to Bank, that is far from what I've expected. I will be expecting everything 7-5 scoreline. I will be expecting, I don't know, 7-4, 6-6,
Hmm.
but definitely
Seven
not
one. Yeah.
7-1, especially on the last day between the teams that are currently contesting for
For
that
the number 2 spot.
for the number 2 spot. Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
And for Rhythm right now, they can't afford those mistakes. They can't really afford to throw some of those rounds as well. Like
Hmm.
if they lose both of the maps, it's going to be very much heartbreaking. And funnily enough, if
Yeah.
that's going to happen, Cryptic will be able to make it back to PL with very odd circumstances as well.
Yeah.
Because for those who don't recollect, the previous time Cryptic qualified for Season 10 Pro League
Hmm.
was through pretty much the fact that they stolen away um, the spot of ex Acme, now known
Hmm.
as Homeless, and managed to make it in. So if they manage to get back into Pro League with that kind of style, that will be, to me, it will be quite entertaining, honestly.
Well, this match has been very entertaining,
Oh yeah, it definitely
but
is.
I just want to go back to that round with the Warden and the team kills. They they knew Warden's gonna be there. They had
Yeah,
honestly they had the gear to take him out as well. They had the Zofia. I'm pretty sure did they have the Thatcher that round? I'm not
yeah,
sure
they
if they
did
had.
have Thatcher.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did have Thatcher as well. They could have taken those Jaeger devices out. They could have pushed because Warden's well, he's immune to a lot of stuff, but not to Zofia.
yeah,
That
he can't
Zofia would
counter
have been yeah.
the Sophia stuns at all. So yeah, that's a very good point because if they waited a little bit, because it
Mm,
felt really rushed by how
yeah.
Rhythm pushed in. Like they had the grenade, they had Thermite all of a sudden peaking, they had so many people just on that staircase just died for just the sheer either mistiming or miscommunication on the attacking side
Mm.
part. So I
The basic
definitely would agree. It
yeah,
was
they basically did have the plan, but it was just they didn't know who's gonna go first, like who's gonna peak first. But like that peak from Warden was also very smart. Well, Thermite was holding an angle on him. he was a bit far away as well. With that
Yeah,
peak, the Warden would have gotten taken out, but the timing, man, the timing, he was just terrible
yeah.
for them.
It's just pretty much, yeah. It was timing for that. But let's fall back a little
Hmm.
bit to what went right when Rhythm did manage to actually make a count on the
Yes.
first round. Funnily enough, because Rhythm started off pretty well, all things
Yeah.
considered. It was very well coordinated push. They pushed from multiple sides, managed to out all of the defenders and split their attention. Essentially, that's exactly what you need, especially when you're playing against Cryptic, because what happened is they managed to kill off the smoke,
Hmm.
take control of the hallway, and then push from the side, from the breach wall, and pretty much that's all she wrote for Cryptic's defense. Whereas the further sides, they just kept on pushing with a very one-sided now, and it feels almost it feels really weird seeing
Hmm.
that Rhythm that just shown pretty much what they need to do for the whole map,
For the whole
pretty much
match, yeah.
for the whole series even, and they just completely forgot about it. Honestly,
Yeah. Like what Rhythm did in the second round is they just continued that. What they needed to continue was what they did in the first round. Communicated well, knew the position, like had good intel, knew how to execute it, and they did it. They did it very well. The second round, exact same defense. The defense did not do like I wasn't expecting that the defense wouldn't, Cryptic wouldn't change up anything at all after losing that first round in the way that they did. And after that, they had the exact same defense. They did not change up anything. And I don't know what happened with the Rhythm. Well, we know they didn't communicate well. I think that should be the only explanation because they knew
yeah,
everything that's going on with the attack. And then after that, it just kept that pattern just kept on going and kept on going.
yeah. Well, right now for Rhythm, they need to ensure at the very least that they need to come back into a draw,
Hmm.
because that will make pretty much for Cryptic impossible to gain that top two. So the battle is not over yet for Rhythm at all. So they need to start bringing it back, but they need to make sure that they have clear comms. They need to make sure that they are covering both of the flanks, because even with say CCTV and lockers, make sure you have some presence or some utility presence. Say Legion, say even Ella. Put some utility on the main stairs. Make sure you have presence in the garage, and then hold that server, because the moment that rush in happened, I don't think Rhythm were really prepared for the
They
play,
weren't.
and
You're right.
yeah, it was all kind of all very much separated. They were thinking that, okay, we got the round, that's it, we ran them out of time, we used so much utility, but alas, that was not the case. So
Hmm.
they need to focus up right now. They need to get that all their concentration in, get
Hmm.
the draw, move on to the second map, because while yes, it's not the outcome that they want right now,
Yeah,
not
it's
the
not
most
ideal for them.
ideal,
Hmm.
but it still allows them to keep that spot, because if they lose out that map number one, they'd be very much dependent on their performance on map number two, and that's not what you want right now,
Hmm.
especially on the last day.
Very true. Very true.
But yeah,
Again, now, well, they've got this time to calm themselves down. Of
mm,
course, when you're in a moment like this, when your team's not performing like they need to and they have want to, like they are up there on the leaderboards, they have been popping off through the entire tournament, like you said. uh but once you start hitting that gutter, there's of course like this bad mindset that comes into the teams, like every player's head. So this time they can take it to cool off and get them
mm,
head straight and try to get back into the game again. Nothing's really lost. They can still go ahead and they are above on the ladder.
yeah, they
Yeah.
still currently above on the ladder. They still
Hmm.
have that chance. It's pretty much slim, because they going to be literally facing the continuous risk of losing map number one.
Hmm.
But for now, I want to actually, before we get back into the
Hmm.
games, while we're still waiting for the person to join back into the lobby,
Yeah.
for Cryptic though, they've been able to emphasize of some of the mistakes of Rhythm.
Yeah.
Plus, they had a fair few very good plays. What do you reckon Cryptic needs to do just to kind of close out map number one?
Close the
Make
yeah.
sure that just keep it
Well,
going.
honestly, up from what I've noticed, Cryptic, they've been just playing their own game.
Mm,
All they're doing is, well, capitalizing on the mistakes of Rhythm right now. So I reckon if Rhythm stops making those mistakes, which, well, is not the easiest thing, it's way easier said than done,
mm,
then Cryptic's going to be in a bit of a tough spot, uh, like they were in the first round.
yeah.
Other than that, Cryptic, well, yeah, like I said, they've been playing their game. Uh, they know they need to perform. They
Mm,
know they need both the maps, and well, Rhythm can afford to lose, or like draw this one, the first map out. Cryptic cannot.
mm,
They're very close to winning. I know they surely want to get this one back. Rhythm
yeah.
still has time to cool off, get the second map. But Cryptic knew that they had to perform today. They knew if they want to qualify, get the standing up there, they knew they had to perform as best as they can. And I'd say, like, if Rhythm was, I'm not, Rhythm's not playing well. That's just it. If Rhythm was
Mm,
playing well, this would have been a much closer game, and it would have been a harder one for Cryptic to get through so easily with.
yeah. Well, with that in mind, though, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go back into the bomb. Sorry, the bank, with the bomb still yet to be
Yeah.
defused. But yeah, good luck, have fun to both teams. For Rhythm right now, they need to bring this back as hard as possible. But
Yeah.
I'm curious as to how will Cryptic will also approach the offense, because their first offense play was a little bit sloppy, all down to that last few seconds before the round ended, when they just went in for the flat-out rush. Well, with that in mind, though, we are going to go into the up pick and the
Top
Capcan
pick.
choice for unit. Now,
Hmm.
swapping out from Bandit to Capcan, now that's something quite, at least in my eyes, a little bit radical. But for the ground floor defense, this could actually work very, very well, because Capcan was not used at all during this matchup so far, so this will serve as an element of surprise. And two, there's plentiful amount of doorways and hallways that the attackers will need to go through in order to get close to the side. So those Capcan traps will be very and very strong. Comparative to, say, even when you try to place them around the bottom floor or the top floor close by to the CEO, ground floor is pretty much where Capcan will be able to shine here.
And again, Capcan, well, they know through the drone round that there is a Capcan on the enemy team, but the push becomes that much more cautious. You've walked into you've walked into one Capcan trap, you've lost over
60
50%
health,
of
yeah.
your health, yeah, and you're way easier target than you would have been if you were just more careful walking around. There's Legion as well, but Capcan gets taken out, striking, taking out the whole unit.
Yeah, a whole
And
unit indeed. It's a very
that's
good
going to leave it to a
impersonation.
4v5 for the defense. Again, Cryptic coming out with the bang, just
Yeah,
announcing we're still in it.
exactly. And interestingly enough, with having still Thatcher and IQ, yeah, it's still going to be a much easier uh, push and play and way to avoid those Capcan traps. But if Rhythm will be able to play time and manage to deny them for as long as possible, then that will be an issue for Cryptic's push. Uh-oh.
Well, that
Wayman,
pretty sure he didn't mean to do that.
yeah, a
Uh,
bit of a premature defaulting
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Well,
Still, the top floor is, it is in control of the attack. That is very ideal for them right now. Captain, well, he was trying to hold it off. Got taken out early in the round. That
oh,
wasn't ideal for the defense. Oh, that he went flying. He went
yeah.
flying thumbnail with the C4, and that was a well placed one as well. Attackers are going to lose that man advantage.
Yeah, that was a 10 out of 10 flight as well.
Hmm.
And ensuring that there's minimal amount of soft breach, that is going to be very, very good right now
The defense.
for defense. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Again, Thatcher upstairs. They're trying to use the little holes that Sledge has managed to create before being blown to shreds. Thermite on the top is also trying to get a few angles into this side, but well, you need more openings. And well, again, they need to watch out for those goo mines. That's gonna put a little bit of pressure on the open area, but they're just gonna move out in the hallway. You don't have enough attacking power to pressurize all of the defenders that are roaming around and are just waiting to prowl on you.
Yeah, interestingly enough, with only 30 seconds left to go, there's minimal ground that was actually covered by Cryptic, and this could be one of those rounds where Rhythm is going to win.
Ooh, what was that? What did you do? Worthy whiffing all his shots, gets taken out. Just
Uh-oh.
Thatcher running around. He's gonna drop down. He's on to the Legion. Legion's playing that smart. He's just wasting time. He went into garage, but that's just gonna leave one attacker to cover the Thermite's back while he's trying to get the plant down. And the plant does go down. IQ in a 1v2 situation, lying down on the stairs. She's gonna try to keep the diffuser defended, but he's doing it. He's going for it. I don't think IQ realizes that.
I think
He's
at the
not.
moment, no,
Oh,
no,
he's just sitting.
he's not defusing. He's
Oh, he's
using
using his
drone,
echo
though.
drone. Okay, yeah, that caught me off guard. Never mind.
Defenders have eyes
But
on the
well, IQ's in a tough spot there. 1v2, he gets the 1v1
Oh, yes,
as he's
he did
trying
it.
to push back. Oh my god! And Cryptic gets this round. What? Okay.
That was
I've,
JC. No, that was you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that to Rhythm just like that. That was all
that was
means.
Rhythm's round.
Yeah, that was Rhythm's rounds to win. They had the advantage. They had the ground. They had the utility. Most importantly.
Again,
But yeah.
it was just in the end. Again, it was miscommunication. Echo went in to destroy the bomb, destroy the diffuser. My bad, and just Newt just wasn't around to cover him.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, mad props to Cryptic. They made it work, made it count where
Yeah.
it mattered the most, really. But yeah, all in all, again, Cryptic, massive congrats. 3 points for them for the first map, and all in all, they only one map away from actually stealing away the top 2 spot. And for
Yeah.
Rhythm, I'd imagine that would be quite scary, to be absolutely honest. So
Okay,
curious.
so we're one map in. You've seen how that went. 7-1. Again, like we just said, neither of us expected a 7-1.
Yeah,
What do
I
you think
mean,
is gonna go on? Like, what's gonna happen in the second map?
well, ideally, I'd say for Cryptic, they just need to keep playing their game, like you mentioned before. They
Yeah.
managed to pretty much dictate on all of the rounds, on most of the rounds, pardon. They managed to dictate their pace, they played it out however they wanted, and they had all the information.
Yeah.
Whereas for Rhythm, this will be a bit of a tilting moment. But right now, they need to recollect themselves. We will have a little bit of a break in a moment, and they need to utilize this time to figure out what went wrong, how can they counter how are Cryptic planning to play, and overall just see um, where they stand at essentially.
Rhythm needs to collect themselves in this break. Again, it's bank. They know how it went. Uh, they could. They have the time to figure out what went wrong. They have the time to, again, like I said, be calm, collect themselves. They had this final round as well. I'm sure they're going to be really bummed out about losing that last round. They pretty much had it in the bag. They played it very well until the end. And again, it's just miscommunication getting to them. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
they realize that. Um, and it's again way easier said than done, but they need to, just
Yeah.
they need to get their mind straight. That's
Yeah.
all they need to do. They've got the play, they've got the skills, they've got the strats, they know how to go about it. They are trying to counter it out, they're just not able to execute it well, which is just going to come with better communication.
Yeah, well, for now we will have a little bit of a break, ladies and gentlemen. We will we will get teams to just vent down, cool out, and get ready for map number 2. But we will be back in a few seconds.
Yes.
Stay tuned and don't go too far away. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Challenger League Final Playday Season 10. Cryptic versus Rhythm, and the second map being Bank as well. Thankfully, thanks to the slight rework in how map bans are working, we are allowed to have two same maps being picked for the Playday. My name is still Cthulhu. I'm still joined by Tech, and boy oh boy, we've seen the first map of a banger.
A banger? Well, an
Well,
unexpected
Cryptic was
banger.
the
Yeah,
banger.
yeah. A 7-1 victory for them. They must be on with the momentum. They're going to be going into the second map with a very light head and a very chill mind.
Hmm.
But again, they know that they need to win this one as well if they want to, go up on the standings. And Rhythm, well, they're in more of a pressure than they were before. Than they were in before the map one, because before map one they knew uh, that they can afford to lose one map, and they knew that they just need to win one map. And now it's just their heads are going to be, in a different state of mind, because they know that they need to win this map no matter what, if they want to stay up there in the standings.
Yeah, it's right now. It's definitely going to be a very much of a harder, mentally harder game to hold out for Rhythm, especially now, like you mentioned, like they are on a brink of pretty much losing out that top two spot, and that will be a bit of a feels bad as well because they've grinded it out so well. They had a fantastic, flawless up until today run in Challenger League. Now that they are sitting with a single loss, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a harder one. But this time, Rhythm are starting out on defense comparative to previous maps, so maybe they will be having a much better run overall, as we are just about to transfer over into the bank once again.
And well, do you have any predictions for this one? You asked me if I had any predictions before map one. What about
At this
you?
point, honestly, with I've predicted before that I was well. Sorry, I didn't really predict
Yeah.
anything on stream, but I was imagining that Rhythm would be able to take the map. But at this point, honestly, it can go both ways.
It could.
If Rhythm did their work and managed to kind of reset themselves, this will be their map. If they went full tilt, well, it will be a similar outcome to map number one. So curious how we'll play it out. And
Again,
yeah,
Capita's gone out again. This time Maverick instead of the Hibana, so they do not want all three hard breachers in the game at the same time.
I am
Maestro going out again. Yes.
quite curious though because the reason, the way how they've banned out the Maverick would pretty much ensure that Rhythm would be able to bring Kaid for the downstairs hold,
Yeah.
and that would pretty much ensure that Thatcher will need
Hibana,
to
yeah.
utilize all three of his grenades even before they approach the CCTV room, which would allow a much safer use of Yokai. Because look at it from this way. So if one Kaid is being used on the hatch just into the CCTV, one Kaid is being used on the server room, and so that's already your two Thatcher grenades being used up.
Yes.
And then one more Thatcher grenade for the server stairs hold will be used. So yeah, pretty much no more denial. So they need like like a breath of fresh air. They need IQ to push safely into the CCTV side. So wait. Okay, all of my predictions and strats into the garbage. We're seeing the opening of the hatch by the shotgun. I can safely quit my casting job and analysis.
Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that definitely gonna make things quite wild, to say the very least. And funnily enough, Sky actually pinged as well before, saying that in before Rhythm 200 IQ, and they just baited out the first map just to find out all the strats. So maybe this is exactly the plan. Maybe this time now Rhythm know all the strats and all the plays from Cryptic, and they'll just 7-0
Yeah.
Cryptic.
Well,
At
they
this
are
point,
on.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, they are on defense again.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Oh
oh,
boy.
it's gonna be a well placed. Oh, okay. You're coming out with the canisters beginning of the round. It's gonna waste a lot of times. It's gonna deny. Oh,
Oh.
IQ. I think
Oh
she's
wait,
been
wait.
knocked out. Yes, and he's gonna get that one frag before being taken out. I'm not sure if. Oh wait, there's two more. What is happening? It's a
Okay.
two. Okay,
Okay.
it's a 2v4, two heart breachers. Thermite and Hibana left alive again. Now we know why the hatch is opened up.
Okay, Rhythm. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. They just flat out just shut down any push. So the I'm lost for words honestly here, Tech.
Okay, all right. Cryptic still trying their hardest to get in. The wall's gonna be opened up. There's nothing denying that. The smoke's out of commission, but we still have two nitrocells on the defense's hands. Thermite trying to get that line of sight upstairs through the hatch, but isn't gonna manage to.
Boy.
Well, yeah, they're doing the smart thing here. They're moving out. They're trying
Oh
to.
no.
Ooh, the hole.
Oh
That's
no.
that's gonna leave it to a 1v4.
I am okay.
Okay, okay. 4-1, first round. Well, Rhythm won the first round previous map. So,
Yeah,
but
but
that
this
was
is
that
this
was
is Rhythm on defense.
yeah. This was Rhythm on defense, and this was like Rhythm just doing whatever they want.
Rhythm just
They,
big brained on this one, like baiting in the usual play from Cryptic like they did before, and just flat out denying it and making it into just the complete kill box. Honestly, I don't think Cryptic really had any chances at all with them trying to push the sewer tunnel. Really,
I don't think a Jaeger was in play last round, was it?
no.
No, and like that smoke. Well, there wasn't a Capita, but you know that smoke could have been in a very bad spot if Zofia was in a play or a frag grenade was coming out. But he had perfect timing there. He timed his smoke, so he did get flashed in the end, which well did lead to him getting taken out. But that was enough damage done with him getting one kill, and the rest of his team trying to come in for the trade, just getting ambushed by the rest of the defense. So
Yeah,
that was just that was
that was
a
textbook.
straight up ambush. Yeah.
Yeah, that was textbook how to essentially bait in the team and get all the frags and wipe them out. So if that's the case for the rest of the round, I'll be very much impressed by Rhythm, and they will definitely be deserving that PL spot because that is a bait of the day.
And with like getting the confidence up of Cryptic through a full map, giving them a 7-1 victory, and then being like, oh, by the way, we were prepared. But nonetheless, even this round, it seems like they have it all sorted out. Attack is still trying to get all the intel they can before coming in with the push. We was looking at an alibi trying to hold the stock out. There's a leash. It's the Mozzie. Yeah, it's the Mozzie on 1F. So they have their ground covered.
Certainly do, and now knowing that there is plentiful amount of ground that can be covered by the defense, things might be a little bit all sketchy here. As Hotshot only now will actually be starting to make his way in through the doorway, but he's very much wary about having to fight those long angles that he doesn't really want to. Albeit that he can still use two of his, well, at least one of them, sorry, one of the impact grenades to get rid of the debris and be able to have a walk-in spot into the CEO, but still going to be a very dangerous one as well. With that said, though, Hotshot being taken out by Worthy is definitely going to kickstart things in favor of Rhythm quite nicely. Okay, there's a good play as well by Serum as well. Unit 2 go down. That is Mozzie off the board, but all of his utility has been already placed around the map, so technically, passively, he's still going to be in play.
Yeah, those drones can really provide a lot more intel than you'd imagine. Mozzie in a bit of a pickle. She's not sure where she could be pushed from. She's basically left castle on his own, but The castle inside janitor is relatively safe. Playing from inside, she can really cover more ground. The wall being opened up does give her a great line of sight from inside stocks, but again, she needs to be wary of the window. Attack is extremely cautious. They're not trying. They're trying their best not to slip up here because after the first round, and Thumbnail's gonna catch that slip.
Yeah, so 3v4 with 30 seconds left to go. Not a lot of ground, like actual meaningful ground, is there, and worthy to reveal his position. Certainly something that he wouldn't want, but the pings from the alibi holograms should be just enough to give some information. And even after the exchange of the damage, JC will be coming out on top.
Well, say it is a 3v3. Seems like defense might as well just take this one. 2v3 with 7 seconds remaining. The yokai is going to keep denying the plant. Sledge completely helpless. Tries to move out. And Castle and Jaeger to finish it off with the final 2 kills. Rhythm. I have already won more rounds than they won the previous map.
That is a good point as well, Tech. Yeah, the Rhythm
2 times as much.
Rhythm managed to pretty much come back, it seems, from all the very unfortunate series of losses during map number 1, and seeming to be just on a whole new level playing and just countering pretty much any push that Cryptic does. And it almost feels like the tide has shifted really in favor of Rhythm, even after the fact that technically they're still facing that risk of failing map number 2, but so far it's seeming that they're not planning to do that very thing. So we'll see how the rest of the map pans out, but so far it's a great start.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, so far overall,
Again, Archives and Teller's office. And well, straight up, they're going for the top floor defense. Exactly what they need to do.
yeah, they seem to have gathered themselves pretty well in getting all that info gathering. Funnily enough, not deciding to utilize Capcan as we were theory crafting before, and instead just having a bit more of a stable setup. Really, similar setup as to how Cryptic used to hold the upstairs, but rather this time it would just be for the bait potentially, and having a pretty nice overall combo of denying the info plus slowing down the attack. Really, that those Legion mines should be pretty much enough to make sure to keep the pace down by the attack. As well as that, Leb and Unidog should be gathering just enough information for the team to know exactly where the pusher will be coming from.
Also, it seems like playing the same map twice has really worked well for Rhythm. Just because Cryptic has just been like I said, they've been playing that game.
Yeah.
I didn't see throughout the whole first map, I didn't see any variety in their playstyle or their strats, or putting in an effort to change up what they're doing. They had the same operator picks for their place for each objective. They knew where to place each operator, and they were just focusing on each operator doing their role, which in itself is amazing. But once you keep doing the same thing again and again, it becomes easier for the enemy team to counter strat it.
Yeah, to read it in.
Yeah, to read it in and be able to think around it. And Rhythm has a lot of time to think around it. Rhythm, again, they could have afforded to lose that one map, and they lost that one map, and now they're all like, well, we know what you do in this map. We know exactly what you're going to do again, and we're just going to go up against it. And as I say that, the first track comes in for Cryptic.
Indeed, JC with a really nice pick off on Mozzie will be ensuring that the Australian operator won't be in play, and Hotshot pretty much dodging that C4. Definitely going to be benefiting from that, but I believe there's still 2 more C4s to come out, one from Thumbnail and one from either Pulse or Valkyrie. I'm just not too sure which one extinguished their C4 first, but overall right now, Cryptic made some very nice progress on pushing the side, but Thumbnail with a very ballsy one will be also be able to get some ground as well for a flag.
Well, a little less than a minute left in the round. Attack desperately trying to get hold on to some ground. They do have the man advantage. They don't have any pressure other than the buck being upstairs. They've opened up the wall. They're gonna go in for the plant. And well, Legion and Mute are just on the other end of the map. They're probably coming in for the flank. Valkyrie from below is going to be denied. Wayne Man trying to
Ooh.
move in. They take out the Buck. Mute coming in with the double kill right there.
Yeah, well, Buck was already down, so it was just a
Yeah.
matter of baiting the enemies in. And what a play so far to turn around Leb.
Oh.
Actually managing to get rid of JC as well as Serum. All up to Jam to try to play this out. And the plan needs to go down on the double. Thumbnail.
Oh,
I don't think he's quite
if
knowledgeable
Mute,
about the position.
yeah, he's not aware of the position. He does not have
Defenders have
a line of sight to get in on Zofia. He's moved in and he lands. It's straight on the head. A really good attempt by Cryptic there, but thumbnail, the round, the way Mute thumbnail just played it out. It was so
Thumbnail-
satisfying to watch. Yeah.
Thumbnail was the reason that Rhythm won that round. My goodness.
And well, third round going in their favor as Cryptic. I really hope you didn't spec me killing them. Oh, we did thumbnail.
Oh boy. Yeah, Sky might have been onto something here, Tech. It's it seems that Rhythm did 200 IQ this and just baited out all the strats from from Cryptic really, as this is a complete 180. I'm at this point I'm expecting to see a heckin' 7-1, but to Rhythm. If that's a trade of maps, that will be the way to finesse it.
Oh,
attackers need to locate and defuse as many
imagine this Rhythm coming out and being like, "I'll do you better. Let's go 7-0."
Imagine
But
that. Though.
that's going to be really unlikely. A Cryptic, they've not, like I said, they've not had a lot of variety in their gameplay. But for the first map, they didn't have to. Now they need to realize that they need to pull their sleeves up, and get in there and just turn around how they're playing. Don't do the same things over and over and over again. Again, they had the lead. They didn't play much attack in the first map.
Yeah.
So it is like a different table for them to play. It's like it's basically like not like watching a really long game of bank. Let's just not turn it into 2 games. Let's just think a very long game of bank where Rhythm is still trying to come back from that 7-1.
I mean, that's pretty much, I'd imagine, how Rhythm are looking at it, really, as they managed to get all the info. They managed to see how Cryptic approached mostly the defense, but also some of the attempts at the attack. And what they saw was a very fragile, honestly, push from Cryptic. Yes, they made it work on those 2 times in the first map and the first game, but for the most of it, it was very much of a sloppy push. And for Cryptic right now, the only redeeming point here will be they managed to grab themselves at least 2 points and then go into the defense and ensure that pretty much they will be able to take all of the rounds from there. But with that in mind, though, for now, Cryptic still hasn't lost a single person, neither did Rhythm. And JC will be just making sure that he will be able to cover as many hatches as possible. So the first one to go into the admin, second one potentially on the open area, and third to go into the server, I'd imagine.
The attackers bomb diffuser has
Oh, with that,
Yep, there it is.
Xcarius is open those hatches up. That's gonna allow them to have a lot of line of sight. Halfway into the round, we've not seen any shots being created, even let alone kills coming out. Mozzie, his position's is gonna be given away as he moves back into red. Server room, well, attack has the control attack.
been located.
The Thermite can go ahead and open it up. Defense has a lot of denial. They have 3 C4s, Echo, and Smoke. And in
Yeah, but
no IQ. And the Pulse just okay.
At the same time, though, Cryptic still has about a minute. So if even the timing will be slightly off, then they will be able to bring this back. But as it stands, Unit already knows about the placement of one of the attackers in the admin office. So it's a matter of really who can keep a tighter angle.
Now again for Cryptic, I think they used up their grenades a bit too quickly. If those grenades were thrown out while the plant was going down, Unit
would have
wouldn't
been a
have been able
different
to,
play.
you know. Yeah, Unit wouldn't have been able to throw his C4s out. But well, again, it's easier said than done. Like most of the stuff I've been saying tonight. With smokes coming out, Unit is going to be taken out. The Thatcher coming. Was it a Sledge? I think Sledge took him out from above. Didn't he?
Yeah, it was Sledge that was holding the angle. There's the C4 to be taken out, and there goes in the peak. Thumbnail as well to pick up a kill onto JC. There's all the denial as well. There's the push. Just like that. Just like that. Rhythm just says, hey, we're out of the utility. We still have,
We still have guns.
info
Pew,
gathering.
pew, pew.
Yeah, we still have the info gathering on Pulse and Echo. We're just going to go over for the frags. And
They knew everybody's there. They didn't have to
they
worry
went
about
for.
the hatch at all.
Yeah. Completely different turn of events, a completely different play out by Rhythm, and I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing here from them. They're managing to punish Cryptic on pretty much any attempt and any mistake. So, yeah, well done, well played. And 4-0 so far is the scoreline. If Rhythm will be able to make it a 6-0 first half, this will be a crushing blow to Cryptic's confidence.
Yes. I think Cryptic would have. Cryptic might just have already,
Defenders, protect your
entered the
Given
phase
up?
of, having their, not given up, but having their confidence on a lower level than they did in the beginning of the game. They
Oh, yeah,
haven't been able to
it
take a single
definitely-
round, and it's not like the rounds have been close. Rhythm
Yeah,
has basically been, wiping the floor with them for.
Yeah, it certainly seems that over the past 4 rounds, Cryptic were just completely denied. Yeah, we did see a few improvements on how they approach some of the sides, but it's still not enough. Rhythm already knows how aggressive do Cryptic tend to play. They know exactly whereabouts they like to push, and emphasizing on those pushes means Cryptic needs to start improvising on the go, because half of these, if not all of the strats that they've just revealed, pretty much need to be tossed out into the garbage, and they need to go and start pretty much adjusting on the go. They have a very good idea about how to keep their drone economy. They have a good idea about how to gather the information, as well as potentially most of the time clicking heads. But all that can be pretty much dumped into Veli's garbage can as soon as Rhythm just decides we're just gonna read into your place and play our game, play our aggressive game. However we want it, we'll play it.
Yep, that's true. Again, not a lot of variety from Cryptic, but
I believe that
They're-
actually
yeah.
did manage to improvise just a
the-
little bit. They actually
yeah.
instead of going for the Eastern Skylight push, they just went for the main lobby, started taking potentially the picks at the reception desk, and hotshot.
oh,
might be
he's
onto
too
something.
close for comfort.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's gonna whiff
Uh-oh.
a few shots.
Oh no.
That
Oh
nade.
no. Oh no.
What are you? Okay.
Hotshot. No, that's not how you get rid of Doc. That's not how you get rid of Doc.
But the timing on that was just bad. It was just so bad for both of them.
No. That is okay. That's either call it either fatigue or just
Yeah.
a smooth brain play at this point.
But nonetheless, it is still an even man count for both these teams. Them trying their best to hold it out. Cryptic, again, trying their best to come on in with the push. Rhythm this time have a lot of ground covered from the directions they're pushing from. They've got that IQ on the window. Castle. Trying to come in with a flank. Isn't being pressurized at all.
If Unit would go for a jump out right now, he would be able to get that IQ who is currently on the window. So right now, for Thumbnail, he just needs to keep holding steadfast, even behind this brittle wall. So instead of that, JC just says, no, heck it, I'm just going to go and peek it. And now leaving all up to Unit to clutch this up.
He's gonna get the first. Well, he's gonna get a little bit of damage for that 1v3. 18 seconds left. That's an easy plant for the Thermite. Unit still could try to deny it, but too late. He could try to get again one frag for himself. He knows one of the attackers has jumped out of the window. He's trying to spot the other ones out, fails to do so. But it's going to be a very hard clutch for Unit. But they can't afford to lose this round. It's all right if he doesn't get this one. He's gonna try and see where it goes.
Yeah, he's tempted to go in for the run out. He did see IQ pretty sure, but with the long angle like that, he won't be able to do it. So instead, he will just utilize potentially for his team to kind of recollect themselves back, because this is the first round that they did lose, and as it stands, is just pretty much just utilizing all the downtime
Oh,
before the next round commences. Unfortunately, yeah, couldn't stat pad, couldn't grab a couple of extra kills for Guz's spreadsheet for later on. But apart from that, really, I mean, still, time was still there. They still could have used it for, well, a semi timeout and talk it out. But it was a good push by Cryptic.
good push.
I gotta give it,
yeah, like you said, they varied their game around.
Yeah.
And it worked out well for them. Cryptic rhythm there kind of got lost. Their defense was heavily directed towards the skylight push. Although they did manage to get their resources turned around, and the rotations were coming in. But again, the attack was well positioned to cut those rotations off as well.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, precisely. And the moment it's funny to me that maybe Cryptic are listening into our stream, but yeah, the moment I said that they need to readjust, they need to completely throw out their flanks and pushes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they've done, and it worked for the most of it. But we will ignore the fact that a hotshot did a big potato. But look at the scoreline thumbnail: 11-1. He's the carry. He's the captain of the ship that is called Rhythm right now.
That team's heavy, man.
10 seconds remaining.
But well, Cryptic knows that they were doing very well in the first map. Again, that round they needed the round. They needed one round to get their head straight up, and I think this should bring the further rounds closer. That the previous round was pretty close, until it went to a 1v3.
Yeah. Yeah, it was still pretty close. This time, Rhythm already knowing that, hey, this might be already allocated a person to hold in the elevator. So this is what I like to see from Rhythm. The moment they see, hey, we missed out on this push, and that's exactly where Cryptic potentially will just have to push. The moment we know that they've thrown out their strats out the window, place at least a human drone in there and watch over the main hole. That's exactly what Unit might do it, but decides to fall back for a little bit, and Thumbnail will be paying with his life as well.
Yep, that's the first track coming in from Cryptic. Cryptic coming in strong for around 6 here. Again, the amount that both of these teams have played this map in this short period of time, now the game's just gonna go to who? Oh, the flank is. Oh, that was a good opportunity for the Wild to, jump up the jam, but the trade's gonna come in. You guys as. Oh, is that?
I hear the.
Was that
the
hit? Wait.
blast off.
Yeah, I did as well. Oh, that was a little confusing. But nonetheless, Zofia is trying to push on up.
Uh-oh.
She has come on top of the stairs. Echo, not aware. He's going to be taken out. Almost a double kill there. But that's going to leave Castle as the only one remaining. He's trying to come in, gets one of them.
Oh, wow.
Cryptic are going to take 2 rounds in a row. And with the same exact push twice. Just coming in through Skylight. No, not Skylight, sorry, the main lobby. Oh, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I definitely think that that was a just very good execution. The Cryptic did realize that, hey, they managing to adjust pretty quickly to how we play. Just keep an eye out on the flanks, and they went literally the same way, and it worked out pretty well. Just having that aggressive playstyle, just changing it up for Cryptic and being really literally in the face of Rhythm, definitely did end up putting Rhythm at a bit of a discomfort, which did lead into them losing the rounds. But 4-2 scoreline. Like I said before, that's exactly where the comfort zone still will be for Cryptic. They can still come back from it, and we did see a very, very strong, very organized Cryptic defense before. So right now it's a matter of, can Rhythm adapt to how Cryptic hold it? Because I'm pretty sure this is just about going to be the same hold like we did see before. And if they manage to, one, take a hot shot from the janitors, two, make sure that you're pushing from the main hall, and that's it. That's all you need to counter Cryptic's defense on the top floor.
5 seconds left.
Either way, we'll be seeing how that would be playing out in a little bit, but with the way how things are about to get started, curious to see where the Montana will be utilized, because he might be the reason that Rhythm can win, because if he pushes, say, Smoke and becomes that human sponge for that smoke, and Rhythm will be able to utilize that time to essentially flank the smoke and push the meeting room, say, then they will be able to get rid of it. But alas, at the moment, it seems that Wingman will be just attempting to push with the rest of the team onto the main lobby stairs and see if they can push the reception, where, funnily enough, that's where he was shut down before.
Okay.
Wait,
and we're gonna
Serum,
see it.
no, that's not Serum.
Not at this point. That's not
Serum,
what you
please,
need.
no. That's not.
And that's the
That's
smoke
not your,
as well.
That's not the enemy.
And that's gonna be those 3 toxic babies out of play. Oh!
Boy.
And that shouldn't have happened, but Montana, of all the people coming out of the trade, that could have been a double kill for the Jaeger. He tried to, even out the man count.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Going to be taken out, and that makes it easier, a little easier for the Montana to, push on into that room, not having to worry about anybody in there.
Yeah, well, Serum does manage to relieve the situation just a little bit by taking out Lib, make it into a 3v3, but he needs to get rid of that that Hibana on the double, because she will be a gigantic thorn in the side of the defense, and if he will be caught off the side here, it's likely that Cryptic might lose out
By attackers.
on the play.
And Kai is in a bit of a pinch. There's a lot of possible angles onto him. With Montana should know his position, but he's just going to turn his back to him. Well, goes to the plant. That's going to be hard for the defense to deny. C4
Wait, Serum is completely unaware.
gets used
Serum is
up.
completely unaware. Uh-oh.
Kai's position as well gets given away by
Defenders
the Montana. Now all they have to do is just sit back, relax, and watch that diffuser.
I need to get rid of that Montana as soon as possible. There it is. Striking does manage to find the kill, but right now, Unit and Thumbnail need to find those kills. There's the run out and jump out as well. Serum is completely unsuccessful about that peek, and they need to do it as quickly as possible. There's the peek on Thumbnail, but the defense did come in through! Cryptic!
Okay.
The baits! The baits! Oh no, that is unfortunate for Rhythm. As Cryptic
All
did
of them
actually...
was too passive for their own good on
Yeah, they
those
were-
windows.
They were too passive, one, and two, Doc actually managed to hide himself right behind that couch as well to make sure that he will be minimally visible at the instant peak. Wow.
Doc is huge. How do you miss him?
I
They weren't even looking. Let me just what?
don't think they.
that-
I think they started hearing the diffuse sound only when it was just about a quarter remaining. So that is huge.
This map for now, both these teams need to focus on counter stratting. And well, Rhythm went in for the exact same push Cryptic was going for in their attack,
Yeah.
and Cryptic still managed to. Excuse me, Cryptic still managed to let them plant. And
First of all, that Kayad should not have allowed Monty to go in for the play for the plan,
yeah,
because
he had a lot of
he could
opportunity to kill.
shoot through that sofa and
But
as
I'm
well
not-
shoot out his feet.
they weren't aware at all. They didn't have the intel.
Well,
I'm not
Monty
sure how
literally
they.
just walked in onto the
Yeah,
side where
yeah,
Cyril
and
was
Monty is
watching out.
loud.
He was
And
loud.
yeah, he was loud. He looked away from Kayed, and Kayed could have just shot him in the face. Like Monty's back of the Monty's head was totally visible to Kayed for quite a while before he went for the plant. And like that's just poor game sense at that point. Like you're not aware that like a shield operator has moved in behind a couch where you can visit he's visible to you. And well, that whatever, they still won the round somehow.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just. Yeah, I'm. I'm lost, confused, and amazed at the same time, and that is a very weird combination of emotions that I'm having right now because Cryptic just ran away with the most ridiculous defuse attempt that I've seen for a while
Yeah.
during the Challenge League. So, props to them, but at the same time, Rhythm had a very ballsy plan, and it nearly worked out. Really,
Yeah, nearly
nearly. Yeah.
nearly being the key word. Well, it should have. It was. Wouldn't say it was a very smart. It was a good push. Wasn't very well executed. Cryptic just made quite a few mistakes to let that push, work out and the plant go down. After that, well, Rhythm did them a favor and made mistakes of their own, not watching the diffuser at all.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, they are going to be bringing in a Montaigne as well for the push into the CCTV, just to
Which
ensure
is-
that he would have some protection from the C4s.
Yeah.
Has been dropped. Attackers recover.
Which isn't too bad. Like Montana can, just go into that room, stand in a corner, keep giving the intel that the attack would need while going to the plant. He can call out that the C4 is coming out.
Here's a
And
hot take.
yeah,
Put Montaigne literally up front of that breach hole and
Yeah.
let the C4s bounce off the shield.
well, you could do that, but you know, there still is the smoke. He can't just.
Yeah,
The
you
smoke
can't
is
deny
keep,
that, yeah.
tanking that out. There's the echo. He's gonna keep, pestering Montana. Montana has lost
that guy's
so much
grenade
health.
missed. That guy's grenade missed. They could have gone for the plant straight away.
Drop the diffuser.
I just realized that smoke grenade
Oh.
missed. Oh, wow.
Echo,
Okay.
Echo. You know what? This Echo has been playing in Garage for both the maps, and he's been doing so much damage. I don't know why Rhythm doesn't. Rhythm, I'm pretty sure they know that, but n- not even in a single round, they've sent
boy.
even one guy to apply pressure from
Oh,
Garage.
boy. 16 seconds left to go, and neither of the two operators are actually on plan. Well, now Worthy is he's just about dodging bullets. With 9 seconds left to go, he needs to go in for the plan. But just like that, taking out
4-4.
Cryptic 4-4. Yeah, just like that, they just decided, hey, we're gonna bring this back. We're still aiming for that map 3, and both of the teams are 2 points
what
away
is-
from match point.
These teams have like sort of an identity crisis as to what they want to do. Like the first 4 rounds, the kind of confidence that Rhythm came in with, was just like Cryptic's not got a shot at this map at all. And now,
Yeah.
what is happening? What is this?
I'm inclined to say that Cryptic were preserving all of their strats up until the critical moment
That's-
where they needed to contest for that, because all the stats were there.
Yeah,
Cryptic
yeah,
are not
yeah.
the brightest team on bank against higher level teams.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden we're just seeing this 7-1 on the first map, and then coming back from a 4-round deficit, like just like that. And JC on 10 kills. No, sorry,
Hmm.
yeah, 10 kills to contest with thumbnail.
Yeah, and not just Rhythm. Even like both these teams is being too rigid. Why are you being so rigid on your plans? Try to move it around, and like that again. That round was just I don't know how they lost it. What is
Me neither.
Ah.
Me neither, Tech.
plus that echo, man? Get rid of the echo. Send someone in garage. It's just one guy, and like the way Echo's playing, right? He's confident that no one's gonna come for him. There's nobody watching his back. Okay, everybody is just paying attention to the push from server. If you send like one attacker that's not very important to us to the site take, in this case, send a nomad, send her down the garage hallway, and let her take him let her take him down. It's just, but they're just not focusing on it. They're not
They-
trying to
They're going
counter. Yeah,
for one-sided push, and
yeah.
that's what's hurting them really. Uh, but yeah, I definitely agree with you. Send at least one person to just to disrupt the Echo, just to take his attention away.
Not just Echo. If you send someone to disrupt the Echo, even if Echo has the intel that someone's pushing him, he's gonna give a call that I am being pushed, I am being pressurized. He sees one person, he could think that there's two, and he could call a teammate to help him out in garage, watch his back in garage while he's on his Echo drone or something like that. Or maybe he just moves away. That allows, that puts so much into the defender's mind. They don't
Yeah.
just have to take care of one room. There's so much more then.
Yeah, exactly. But with that in mind, though, already a minute gone. Oh, actually, a minute and a half. And Worthy this time is doing exactly what is required, but it's not the site that he wanted to go for it. So he will be going for a solo clear out of the downstairs, whereas the rest of the team is making sure that there's minimal presence upstairs. And oh boy,
Needs to be
oh
careful with
boy,
that Valk.
yeah, that Valk got completely unnoticed.
And well, she's aware of the position, but she's not. Well, she's playing it well. I think Zofia has moved away, hasn't she?
I think Zafia didn't actually really notice. So right now,
Oh.
striking is exactly going to do that and emphasize of that. So unfortunately for Cryptic, Serum will be paying with his life as well, as that was a completely unexpected play. But striking with a double kill, doing huge right now for Cryptic.
Offload is his. Spotted another head there,
Oh boy.
and that C4 just
no.
touched the nook of the ledge.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's a whiff from Hotshot. Valkyrie still going strong, doing too much damage. She's being allowed too much breathing room there.
Yeah,
One
too
for
much
one trade
breathing.
coming out.
Yeah, with one-on-one trade, like you said, striking is still upstairs and still wreaking havoc, but it is only Jam who is on side and to defend, and he needs to play very carefully and wait for striking to return over. He pinged right on the body.
Yeah.
He needs to go for the pre-fire, but no.
Shot.
Goes down.
Valk. Are you gonna clutch this? Is this gonna be an ace? If she clutches this?
It could happen, yeah. Well, now that striking has revealed his position, things are going to be much harder.
Harder for him, yes.
Difficult, yeah.
Moves in or tries to go for the pre-fire.
Oh, there it is. One more round for Rhythm, and they will be able to secure themselves a spot at the Pro League. Just think about it, Tech. Only one round difference. So
Only one
at this
round,
point, Cryptic needs to start pulling back up if they want that PL spot. Otherwise, well, Rhythm. If they manage to win this out, they definitely do deserve the Pro League spot.
Yes. And think about that round. That round was a fun one. That was a close round, but that was just Valkyrie being allowed
I
to
would say
move
that.
away. Yeah.
I would say that if Hotshot didn't whiff the shots onto Zofia and
Yeah.
would be able to take her out, that would have been Cryptic's round.
That would have been
gotta say
Cryptic's
that.
round. Yeah, that's true. Again, it's basically, yeah, like you said, one round for them.
Yeah,
Rhythm's gotta.
we're just that close. I don't. The cameras are not on, but we are that close
Yeah.
to seeing the finale and the end of ending as to who will join Homeless in the Pro League.
And honestly, both these teams have showed that they're in for it. Like, it's not one-sided at all. Like, map 1 seemed one-sided, but as an overall series, this was neck to neck.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no matter what is the final outcome, props to both of the teams as they made some phenomenal plays. Mainly on map number 2, though. we'll
And a few
discard the map
funny
number
ones
1.
as well. A few funny ones as well. Walking into an ambush set up by your own team.
Yeah, that's pretty much just the stark example of congratulations, you played yourself.
How to not fight against a warden.
Yeah,
101. But nonetheless, about this round, top floor defense, the Cryptic, they've set that smoke up in the janitor's closet. They're just trying to recreate the magic of map 1. Again, I'd be a bit honestly, I'd be really shocked if this works out for Cryptic, because Rhythm should be completely aware. Valkyrie's playing exactly where she does. Kaid again behind that counter. Even for Rhythm, they've not really changed stuff around. They have the Buck trying to go in for the bottom floor. Again, Worthy is trying to help him out with the Valk, because, well, they should know that there's going to be
Surely,
a Valk down
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Surely after what, like at least 5 or 6 times
Five or
after
six,
stumbling
yeah.
into the fact that Striking was able to flank them on numerous occasions, they would know that Valk is on the roam. And at this point, it seems that Worthy is actually with a live drone for him, be able to actually clear out the open area. But Striking is already one step ahead, and can he find that
Located by attackers.
shot though? He should be able to find the flank onto Unidoggy, which would definitely help him. But revealing his position and taking out the drone should be withdrawing Unit's attention from it,
Yes.
which is exactly actually what you need right now.
Again, thumbnail on the window. He's lost a lot of health, and that kite could be an easy kill. Or that wasn't very well timed.
That was not God's plan.
Oh,
sir.
but he comes out. Thermite, totally unsuspecting, gets taken out. He could get a second one, but no, he gets flashed out. It's pretty safe in that corner. His position has been given away. He needs to be careful from this. Oh, in the what are you doing, Rhythm? He's
I would like to withdraw my statement. This was God's plan at this point, but with all the mishmash that is currently happening, it is a 4v2 situation with 33 seconds to go. It's only up to Wayman and Unidoggy to bring this back after what was an absolute chaotic turn of events in favor of Cryptic. Wait, what?
He almost got the
Pre-fire?
second
Hello?
one. He almost got the second one through that chair.
That was a very nice shot, but
Yeah.
with 15 seconds left to go, the push needs to happen. The plant needs to go down. Wayman has that diffuser and needs to start going for it, but the bait didn't work. Hot shot with a
Gonna
shotgun
get
will be able
taken
to
out.
shut him down.
Unit. All he can hope to do is go in, but doesn't work out. Cryptic wins round 10.
This is neck and neck tech. My heart can only take so much. this is as close as it possibly could get. We have both teams 5 points each, and pretty much if once again we still on that verge of one round. If Rhythm managed to either draw out or win the map, that's it. The deal is set, and pretty much they are guaranteed the PL spot. But for Cryptic, they still have a chance. 2 more rounds, they win the map, they guarantee that. Well, but most probably guarantee themselves a PL spot. Whereas for Rhythm, yeah.
They got sloshed out. Again, I said it's gonna be. Oh, it's gonna be. It was sad that Rhythm lost that round. Cryptic didn't do
It is a
anything
feels
differently.
bad moment. It is a feels bad moment for Rhythm indeed. As
And like it was just
they've
that
had all the
one.
prep.
Yeah, it was just that one unsuspecting kite.
But
Ah.
oh well. For now, though, we're back to it. 5-5, round 11, as all the final reinforcements are coming out. Even the reinforcements on the elevator hatch. Cryptic do not want any sudden disruption and any sudden drops. And they will ensure to know exactly which entry points are open for Rhythm. So that is a very good idea, but I'm curious as to how much viable this will be.
Very true.
Well, meanwhile, for now, Rhythm just making sure that all of the other floors apart from the site are cleared out, and it doesn't seem that this time Striking is actually on the roam. So instead of that, we'll be just seeing really just a full-on 5-man hold on site by Cryptic.
Oh well, it is the basement. You've got the plant denial. They don't have an echo, but the smoke and pulse has been working very well for them. Even for the previous defenses.
Look at it from this point, Tech. So there's 3 smoke grenades.
Yes.
And 3 C4s.
3 C4s. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So ideally, Cryptic could stretch it out for a whole minute. So they need to get that opening as quickly as possible. They need to start pushing into server
Right.
as quickly as possible. Oh,
That was
and
that was a well that was well done by him.
the
Montano.
timing was just a little bit off
Yeah.
by Rhythm.
Yeah, that is also going to allow them to, allow the defense to play the hallway more openly and more freely.
Thumbnail now is a little bit lost because the EMP grenades are pretty much all extinguished, and the
Yeah.
hatch is not going to be popped open in the hallway.
Again, that's just now this time Rhythm here is doing what is needed to be done. They have attackers all around, and while there we've been looking at the smokes being baited out.
I like what I saw there because they essentially either Cryptic read in or it was just a good timing, but the initial bait was there to ensure that none of that will be done. But now Echo Smoke
Oh,
is being
this
forced
it's
off
gonna
there.
be.
Oh boy!
He could have stuck that. He could have very well stuck that plant.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, what are you doing?
There's the C4 as well, so no more cover from those shots, and Leb will still try to go for a very ballsy attempt at playing, but no. We'll be defaulting back to the usual
And
peek, and just like that, Serum just takes it out.
oh, it's a 4v3, 20 seconds left on the clock. Hibana's trying to get back into servers. Thatcher has the line of sight into Red. Pulse with all of his intel comes out with the C4. That's going to deal a lot of damage to the Thatcher. He gets taken out. IQ tries to move up. Tries to go. The plant's not going to go down. What are you doing, guys? Cryptic comes up with the win. Oh my
Oh,
god.
boy. Okay. Last round. Last round, big hype. Ladies and gentlemen, get hyped. Get all the hype in chat because this is the last round. Literally the last round. Whoever wins this
Yeah.
very round wins the PL spot.
This is like the match point. This is the Challenger League match point.
Yeah. This is the Challenger League match point, series point, however you want to call it. This is
This is
big
the
point.
round, yeah.
Out of all of the rounds that occurred throughout this whole Playday today, this is the one that counts.
Oh,
Pepe hands for Rhythm, honestly, as they're that close. They were literally prior to this day, they were on top 2. They were there. It was guaranteed for them. And then Cryptic comes around, swoop. That's I'll take that PL spot, thank you. Well, so far that's how it looks.
gotta say, this is one of the most tense games I've ever casted.
Indeed, it is. But for now, Teller's Archives, the site that was previously during this map number 2, has been actually lost out by Cryptic,
Yes.
I believe. So this could very much go into the hands of Rhythm.
Could they
if
have gone to
play
any
the
other
cards
site
right.
though? I don't think they could have gone to any other site. Cryptic there.
Well, they could have gone to the open area and just
Oh,
thrown
well, yeah.
thrown it all off.
sure.
But no, I don't think that's
Yeah, that was-
that's the plan.
Yeah, and so I guess this leaves them with this being the only option. They could. Well, they need to realize they gotta hold the top, not like. But plus, I think last time they played, they lost this round. You're saying, right?
The player, yeah. Well, the last time
Yeah.
they played it,
Yeah.
that was a bit of a very 50-50. If it was essentially the whole play was based off the fact that Striking had a very nice roam game,
Yes.
and right now he's very much deep outside of this site. So if he's able to get the flank, then it's Cryptic's round.
Oh, 1 minute into the round, attack. Well, there's nobody putting pressure on the top floor. Rhythm is aware of that.
Tech,
As okay, yes.
can you imagine in less than 2 minutes we will find out who will qualify
Who-
for Pro League?
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like what? Oh, what? Oh, that was
No,
yeah.
hit it.
Don't. That's too risky at this point, man.
That is a shout out to Todd, right there. That is a shout out to Todd.
All right, Thomas made his way up to tell us the C4. Pretty close, but just that was a very close one. Thermite's gonna manage to. That C4 could have destroyed the exothermic charge as well.
I like what I'm seeing right now. Striking
Yeah,
is being
yeah.
denied of his flank because they finally brought in a Jackal to make sure to counter all of the
Yeah.
flank plays. And right now, Cryptic are very much in danger.
Oh,
of
there's
pretty
no
much losing the
kills.
angles.
1 minute left. They're trying to come in with a push. IQ, just shoot.
Oh, should I kill? Oh,
Oh, what he with the okay, striking, trying to hold that door off. Oh, that's gonna be a very risky peek for you, my friend. Manages to dodge those shots just in time. Thermite has moved in a very safe spot to plant that goo is gonna waste a little bit of his time. 4v3, Cryptic with the man advantage. Thermite hasn't gone down, hasn't started. There's nobody to watch his back, but the roof opens up just in time. Unit helping Thermite out. He could start going for the plant, but both Jaeger and Mozzie are on the flank.
Attackers activated.
And the plant goes down. Sledge from top dealing a little bit of damage to Jaeger as he's forced to move back into open area. Both Mozzie and Jaeger trying to rotate back for this retake. 3v2. All the attackers at a very low health.
Yeah, both of the attackers are very low, but same goes for Jam. JC is the only one that is on full health. Right now, if they have the C4, they need to go in from below.
Oh,
from
and
above,
another
but there
guy
it
comes
is.
in. Sledge, the only one remaining. He's not. He's gonna spot the Jaeger out. Is he aware of the position? He doesn't have just one shot and he's gonna be taken out. And Cryptic! Do they have enough time? They don't!
Wait, they don't.
They don't have enough time. Rhythm!
Unit. They did it.
Rhythm
did
is
it.
gonna come out with the win.
Oh my god.
The sweat.
Oh. Oh wow. Oh, literally off a time play. Rhythm win it out by drawing things out on the last moment. That is a way to lose a PL spot for Cryptic. They were this close. They were,
Oh my god.
they were
Cryptic's gonna
5
be
seconds away.
heartbroken.
Cryptic were 5 seconds away from claiming that PL spot. If they went for that push 5 seconds earlier, that would have been it. That would have been the play. Oh, it feels bad for Cryptic, but such a fantastic effort from Rhythm, bringing it back after a 7-1 loss, bringing it back to a draw, and just running away with it with such an upset that where people were considered to have a Cryptic win. This went completely
Absolutely.
the opposite way. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm still lost for words. This was I could barely.
Oh, this was sweat. This
Yeah,
was
this was
plain sweat.
This was sweat. I'm actually busting a sweat right now out here. Even though Auckland is not as hot as currently Melbourne is and Sydney. Please stay safe, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in that area. But let's take a look at the final standings, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Homeless and Rhythm, top 2 teams qualifying for Pro League. They will be joining us for the Pro League broadcasts in the next season, season 11. And massive congratulations, both Homeless and Rhythm. Homeless mostly because for Homeless they missed out just by a single bit on the Pro League spot last season. They finally managed to bring it back with a renewed roster. And same goes for Rhythm. They, I personally at the start of the Challenger League was thinking that they would definitely be top 3, but I was still kind of on the part of, hey, we're probably going to see Cryptic return back to the Pro League, but that's not the
They
case.
tried.
Yeah, they tried.
They tried. They were pretty close.
They were less than.
They were
5
4
seconds.
seconds. 5 seconds away. There
5
you
seconds
go.
away from winning their PL spot, and Rhythm just ran away with it. So I'm very much curious how will this Pro League potential and Pro League newly acquired Pro League knowledge when Rhythm going to start playing in a new season. How will this come and play for them, and how will they improve themselves?
Yes. Oh, but I gotta say, what a game!
What a game indeed! Oh my goodness! They coming down to the absolute last moment. It just worked out
Yeah,
so
very well
well.
from. Yeah,
If
yeah,
Unit didn't down that Mozzie, that went
mm,
into the hands of Cryptic. But
yeah, true.
yeah, it's just
Oh, unit was the one to, in the end, to come in with the sledgehammer onto the
mm,
right on the rotation hole.
yeah.
And what?
He managed to
No,
read it.
yeah. He read it very well and just in time to, not let Thermite die. Because,
Yeah,
yeah, the Valkyrie had Thermite. She basically did. And unit just came in with the save.
came
That
in with
was
a clutch.
really, really close.
That was extremely close and. Well job, GG. Well played to Rhythm. Congratulations, as they are the second team that qualifies for Pro League and will be joining Homeless.
Hmm.
Congratulations to both of those teams for that matter, for getting and pushing themselves into Pro League. The both of those teams will be seeing their very first appearance in
Hmm.
Pro League, and yeah,
It's
that's
always it's always fun to see a new team come into
yeah,
the top level of play.
yeah.
That just shows
It's always awesome. Yeah.
the kind of opportunity this game has. You
Oh yeah,
know, it's
each and every
still,
one.
yeah, anybody can get there.
Yeah, each
Almost
and
anybody can get
everyone
there.
can grind it out. Each and everyone can do it, and I'll be very much curious to see how will they play it out on
Hmm.
in the next Pro League because both of those teams have some fantastic upset potential against the current set of Pro League teams. So with that though, this is it.
Yeah,
This is the ending of the Challenger League season. It was an absolute roller coaster of emotions, pretty much through and through for each and every one of the play days. And congratulations once again to Homeless and Rhythm. And
congratulations, honestly, to both these teams for putting up such a great show.
yeah, yeah,
Final match of the series, and
they made it count.
yeah, they made it a spectacle to watch.
Yeah. For us, that is also
Yeah.
the end. Massive thanks to everyone who joined us on these broadcasts, to all the casters, to all the production staff, Monkey Fist and Hawk, who have done some fantastic jobs, to all of our observers as well, and all of our ESL admins. Massive thank you to all of us. Thank you, Tech, for joining me today as well.
It was a pleasure, man.
And yeah, pleasure is all mine as well. And thank you all. We'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned for the playoffs for the Invitational as well as the next season of Pro League on this very channel. We'll catch you later and take it easy.
Oh.